Hello friends! Today we will talk about virtual reality, or VR, which is becoming more and more popular and accessible technology. We will tell you what VR is, how it works, what games are coming out in 2023, how you can transfer your consciousness to the virtual world, and how VR affects culture and art. Buckle up, we're starting! VR, or virtual reality, is an artificial environment that you can immerse yourself in using special devices such as helmets, glasses, controllers, and motion sensors. VR creates the illusion of presence in a three-dimensional space that you can explore and interact with. VR can simulate real places and situations or create fantastic worlds that are impossible to see in reality. To work, VR needs two main components, a source of image and sound and an output device. The source can be a computer, console, smartphone, or specialized processor that generates graphics and audio. The output device can be a helmet that is worn on the head and covers the field of view, or glasses that project the image onto the lenses. Helmets and glasses usually have built-in headphones or speakers to transmit sound. In addition, controllers, gloves, suits, treadmills, and other devices that track the movements of the hands, legs, body, and head of the user can be used to control VR. VR can create different levels of immersion depending on the quality of graphics, sound, interactivity, and realism of the environment. The higher the immersion, the stronger the sense of presence and emotional response of the user. VR can cause pleasure, fear, surprise, curiosity, and other feelings that can be useful for entertainment, education, therapy, and research. VR games are one of the most popular and promising directions in the entertainment industry. VR games allow you to immerse yourself in exciting adventures, feel like a hero, experience adrenaline, and get unforgettable impressions. In 2023, many interesting and quality VR games are expected to be released on different platforms and genres. Here are some of them. The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. Chapter 2, Retribution. This is a continuation of the famous horror action game, in which you have to survive in a post-apocalyptic New Orleans, full of zombies and bandits. The game features an engaging storyline, cool graphics, and wide possibilities of interaction with the surrounding world. The game will be released in February 2023 on PC VR and March 20, 2023 on PlayStation VR 2. Stranger Things VR. This is a VR game based on the series Stranger Things. The main character of the horror will be the Mind Flayer. The plot will reveal the transformation of Henry Creel into the Mind Flayer and his influence on the events of the previous seasons. The project is developed by the studio Tenderclaws in collaboration with Netflix. The game will be released in winter 2023 on the main VR platforms. Pirates VR, Jolly Roger. This is an adventure-action game in virtual reality with elements of horror. This is a game that refers to the old stories of the most famous pirates. The journey begins on an uninhabited island, lost in the Caribbean Sea. You have to find the hidden treasures, passing through the most difficult tests. The attribute of a pirate is a talkative parrot on the shoulder, which will help you with advice and accompany you throughout the game. The game will be released in 2023 on PC VR. EVERSLAUGHT Invasion. This is a cooperative action game for 2 players, featuring heavy and impressive battles against hordes of undead. You will join the Order of Clerics with the aim of cleansing the universe from the corruption. The game offers a choice of several classes of characters with a unique set of weapons. The game will be released in early 2023 on Quest 2. Guardians Frontline. This is a strategic shooter sci-fi from the first person, which is called the love child of Halo and StarCraft. Your goal is to defend yourself from alien insects using a combination of FPS and strategy mechanics. The game had a successful launch in App Lab and will appear in the official Quest store in early 2023. Ghost Signal, a Stellaris game. This is a VR spin-off of the space strategy Stellaris. The game is developed by the Swedish studio Fast Travel Games, which is known for projects Apex Construct and Wraith. The Oblivion, Afterlife. In the game, you will explore the galaxy, contact other civilizations, wage wars and diplomacy, as well as reveal the secrets of the corruption, a mysterious phenomenon that threatens everything that exists. The game will be released in early 2023 on Quest 2. VR games do not stand still and constantly improve from a technological and creative point of view. Developers try to make VR games more realistic, beautiful, interesting, and comfortable for players. Here are some of the directions in which VR is improving in upcoming games, improving graphics and sound. VR games become more detailed in quality in terms of visual and audio design. Developers use different technologies, such as ray tracing, dynamic lighting, photorealistic textures, spatial sound, and others, to create a more convincing illusion of presence in the virtual world. For example, in the game The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, Chapter 2, Retribution, you will be able to enjoy stunning graphics and sound, which will create an atmosphere of tension and fear. Improving interactivity and physics. VR games become more interactive and physically realistic, allowing players to interact with the surrounding world and objects in it. Developers use different technologies, such as artificial intelligence, animation, collision, destruction, and others, to make VR games more lively and diverse. For example, in the game Pirates VR, Jolly Roger, you will be able to not only fight with enemies, but also solve puzzles, look for clues, open chests, raise anchors, and much more. Improving control and comfort. VR games become more convenient and intuitive for control, taking into account the features of VR devices and preferences of players. Developers use different technologies, such as adaptive interface, voice control, gestures, gyroscope, and others, to make VR games more accessible and smooth. For example, in the game Guardians Frontline, you will be able to choose between different modes of control, such as movement by the direction of gaze, by the direction of controller, or by the direction of body, as well as adjust the sensitivity and speed of movement. Improving story and gameplay. VR games become more exciting and interesting in terms of story and gameplay, offering players different genres, styles, themes, and mechanics. Developers use different technologies, such as branching story, choice of actions, role-playing system, multiplayer, and others, to make VR games more varied and replayable. For example, in the game Ghost Signal, a Stellaris game, you will be able to create your own civilization, make important decisions, influence the course of history, and cooperate or compete with other players. As you can see, VR games do not cease to surprise and please us with their improvements and innovations. They become more advanced, colorful, fascinating, and comfortable for players. They offer us new opportunities for entertainment, education, development, creativity, and communication. They are part of our present and our future, and we can choose which ones we like more. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, subscribe to our channel, like and comment. See you soon.